What is up? What is up? What is up? You all. It's another day, another time, and another week for Real Talk Monday. And do y'all know how we started off? I got my beautiful sister up in the building with me on tonight. She is no stranger to Real Talk Monday. We're going to get into her in a minute. But first thing first, we're going to start off with the theme song. And as the theme song is playing, y'all share, tag, and invite. Let's go. What is up? What is up? What is up? You all. It is another day, another time, and another week for We'll Talk Monday.
What is up? 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 What's up with you? What is up? What is up? What is up? It's only up from here. What is up? What is up? What is up? Let's go. What is up? What is up? What is up? Real talk. Real talk. What is up? What is up? What is up? Real talk. Real talk. Monday. Tune in to Real Talk Monday with Reverend James H. Glover III, a godly show that keeps it real.
Y'all, I got my sister, Miss Shar, up in the building with me on tonight. You all, this girl right here has probably been on We'll Talk Monday more than anybody, and we appreciate her. How you doing, sis?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am good. I'm good. Y'all, I do not call a lot of people my sister, but this one right here, the words, if y'all only understood how tight we are, like at least 2 or 3 times a week we on the phone talking. At least. So you
Right.
all, let's go on in and let's get started with some questions for her. And in case y'all been living under a rock for the last couple of years, I'm gonna let my sister introduce herself. So sis, go on ahead and introduce yourself to the people a little bit. Tell them a little bit about you.
All right. Well, my name is Deshara Bridges, also known as Shara Baby. I am a singer, songwriter, director, producer, author, do a lot of things, entrepreneur. If you watch Fox, you might have seen me on a new show called Alter Ego as Queen Dynamite. Yeah, so that's a little bit about me.
Yeah, y'all see how she just threw right in there. Threw Fox in there. Like, we gonna get into that. We are definitely gonna get into that. So first thing first, y'all, she left out the fact that she is an author. So sis, talk about a little bit about the book that you wrote
All right, so I have a book
and the
called,
play, the play, the play, and
okay. So I have a book called Journey of a Single Mother. It is a life story of mine. And it basically talks about the struggles that I faced being a single mom and dealing with certain traumas, certain abuse, certain being stalked, a lot of different things that I've encountered, but how I got out of it all, you know, without looking like it. Okay. And then I also turned that book into a stage play, a traveling stage play. We did a show in Atlanta, New York, and soon we'll be traveling again 2023. So, yeah, that's a little bit about that.
so how did you get to the point to where you did it as a stage play? I understand you did it as a book first, but what finally got you to the point to where you was like, you know what, I'm ready to do it as a stage play now?
Okay, well, it was really just God telling me to do it, sending prophets to tell me that, I need to do it as well. So just getting that confirmation, I knew I had to do it, even though I've never done a stage play. I've never been in a stage play. Didn't even know I had interest in stage plays or theater. However, I'm like, just to bring it to life, my story, it needed to happen. So that's how I got started. I did it not knowing anything. I did it with a dollar and a dream. Okay, I was like, it's gonna happen. I started casting. Didn't know how I was gonna finish. Didn't know nothing. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna start. Started, wrote it. Actually, just wrote it first, and then began to cast for it and look for locations and yeah, so that just means just because you're not familiar with doing something, that doesn't mean that it isn't for you. Once you got a mind to do something, you can do anything you want to do.
You just said You just said a whole word right there. Once you got a mind to do something, there's nothing that's gonna stop you.
Yes, yes.
So I can remember you telling me about a little. You had a told me about a little situation where you had somebody casted to play you, and then like out of nowhere they backed out. But
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Going into that, going into that.
All right. So yes, so I did have a lead. My first play in Atlanta had a lead, and then we recasted and we had another lead that was going to play myself because I didn't want to play myself. You know, I already have to direct, I have to produce, I have to do everything on my own. So I didn't even think it was possible to actually play myself and be in like 30 something scenes. It's all about me. So it's like, who can do that? All right. So basically, the day before we had to go to do our show in New York, the day before we were leaving, my
Wait,
main
wait. The day
ex,
before, the
the day
day
before.
before.
My actress, you know, that was my lead role. She was just saying how she feels that she isn't ready and that I need to play myself. And I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "All right, you know, I get it." So I was like, "I'm just gonna have to do this on my own. Like I'm just gonna have to do it." No, I did not rehearse. No, I did not study these lines. I know I wrote it, but that don't mean you memorize everything.
Mm.
So we went to New York that night before the show. We just rehearsed one time in the hotel room, and then we had to set up. You know, we had to set up everything. I had to get stuff in order. I had to get the furniture. I had to meet with the photographers, videographers, everybody, everything I had to do, and then I had to play myself. I cried the whole way. Every between each scene, I'm crying. I'm crying, like, you know, I'm crying, but I got through it. I did a great job. And yeah, you know, you just never know what's going to happen, especially when you're an entrepreneur, when you're doing anything business wise. You just never know. Anybody could quit on you. Anybody could drop out at any time. You just got to be prepared for anything. So I was
You
prepared
just
for
said a
anything.
whole
I
word
wasn't
right
about to
there.
quit. I wasn't about to stop nothing. Ain't nobody about to stop no show. Okay.
Okay, I like that. I like that. I like that. So, alter ego. How did that happen? I know how it happened. I already know, but to my fans, let them know how that happened.
Okay. So I never really tell this story on how it happens. I never opened up about this, but I'm gonna tell it on this so you get the insider right now. You get the first.
Look, this is why. Come on. So y'all remember,
Okay.
y'all heard it here first.
Yes. So okay, so I seen a post on Instagram and was saying, "Hey, do you want to be a singer? You know, do you want a second chance?" So I seen it, but I saved it, and I'm like, "Okay, that seems interesting." But then, like maybe a couple weeks later, I kept thinking about it. I'm like, it kept being in my spirit. I'm like, what? So I was like, okay, I was in New York at this time and I got done with everything I needed to do. So I was like, let me apply. But I seen that it was over with. Like the deadline was already up. Like they already started filming. But I was like, something told me apply still. Like I told my daughter, I was like, booby, this done with, but I'm still about to apply. I don't care. So I applied. And then 2 days later, a producer hit me up and was like, hey, are you available to film like basically a month? And I was like, yes. And he was like, well, I'm gonna send, you know, your video off to the other producers, well, the head people. And then he was like, well, I'll get back to you. Like an hour later, he called me. He's like, hey, they love you. He was like, actually, you know, we already casted for the whole show, whatever, but we needed a single mom. We needed a single mom. And who happens to be a single mom, journey of a single mother? That's what I talk about. That's my whole brand. Who you was waiting on me? Yeah. So so then I was like, yes, I'm a single mom. So they already cast it, but they needed me. You know, they needed Shara baby. Okay. So I get there. Well, they flew me out, like maybe I had to take a COVID test, and like 2, 3 days later, I was in California. And I didn't have to go through anything that everybody else had to go through. They was there for like maybe a month prior. They had to go through showcases. It was like maybe 200 people and then it went to the 20. They had to fight their way through, on the show, but I didn't even have to do that. Like they just put me there. Like I was like, it's only the Lord, people was looking at me like, hey, it's a new girl. How she came on? I'm like, God, because God, I feel like God was telling me to do it. Like he told me, like, I felt in my spirits I had to apply for it. So it was purposely for me to be on the show. So that's how I got on. It was easy. It was very easy. But
It was easy because it was meant for you to be on there.
yeah.
Like it was.
Oh, and let me tell y'all, because in January of that year, everybody on TikTok was like, when you gonna do music? I said this year. I said last year. It was last year. I said this year I'm gonna do music, and that's when it happened. Like I spoke it, and yeah, I got on TV doing music.
Yes, and she did. And I remember, y'all, let me give y'all a little backstory real quick. Real quick. We're gonna get back to this, but I want to give y'all a backstory real quick. When I met her, the first time that we met, it was on Instagram. Don't know how we started following each other. We had zero followers in common, none of that. And just ended up following each other. As time went on, I'm like, you know what? Let me get her on for Monday Movement, which is what Real Talk Monday was called at that time. She came on, she was agreeing to come on. She told her story, and I told her back then, and I quote, never, I told them, do not forget this face because that will not be the last time that you are seeing it.
Right.
Then, few weeks later, about a couple months later, maybe, I'm on Facebook and I'm hearing her belt out a song, like killing a song. And I'm like, wait a minute, call her again, get her on the show to sing. She was in agreement, no hesitations. That is what I love about Desire. Sorry, baby. Had her on here for so you want to date Desire. I don't know how that went, but yeah, we don't know how that went, but yeah. She's shaking her head like, no, 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 no.
Nothing.
And she has officially, as her big brother, she has officially taken my card away from hooking her up with anybody. She has officially taken that card from me. I don't know why, but she took that card away from me.
I don't know my type.
Okay, all right. So then one thing I love about my sister is like anytime I call her and I ask her, yo, are you available to do this? She's like, say less. I'm there. Let's make it happen. So that's what I love about her, and that's what I appreciate about her. And another thing that I love about her is a go getter attitude by any means necessary. I mean, how many people you know is gonna write, direct, produce, and star in their own play? I mean,
Right.
she was a writer, director, producer, and a star. Like Tyler Perry, who? I mean, the star was all that.
Yes, yes, that's
So
true.
I mean, and she said something key that is very important that a lot of people need to pay attention to. She said, as an entrepreneur, there's going to be times where you got to do it by yourself. People may jump out and bail out on you. You got to pick
Yes.
up that slack on your own and be like, you know what? By any means necessary, I'm going to get it done.
Mhm.
And that's just the type of attitude that my sister has. And I love that about her, that go getter in her. I love that in her. So,
Thank
y'all,
you.
we're going to take a real quick commercial break. We're not going to be gone long, y'all. We're going to take a quick commercial break, but we will be right back. All right. What is up, you all? Thank y'all for tuning in to the Spin Award nominated Real Talk Monday We pray that you have been enjoying the show thus far. We'd ask that you please go listen to the podcast, which will drop on Tuesday at midnight. And also tune in next week as we have another great interview with another powerful guest. Also, make sure you're following us on all of our social media. And if you have anything that you would like us to talk about on our show, or you want to be a guest on our show, you can also email us at willtalkmonday1@gmail.com. Be blessed. Also, you all quickly on upcoming on the 25th. You all don't want to miss this conference that is dropping on the 25th, the 26th, and the 27th. This conference, the 25th and the 26th, you don't want to miss this. This conference is going to be bananas. I know that God is going to be in the building, and it's called the Bridge and the Gap Whole Women's Conference. And this isn't only for women, this is for men as well. You can you can log on to get those tickets at this website right here. And also, you all guess what? Here's the thing about it. The tickets are basically for free. You only have to make a small donation. That's all they ask for. You're getting 3 days of 2 days of powerhouse speaking, 2 days of all of that. And all you gotta do is just make a small donation. So please, ma'am, please support that. And last but not least, on this commercial break, before we get back to my beautiful sister, we do want you all to log in and support this right here. A cousin of mine is a preschool teacher. They are doing a campaign to give books to different preschool students that they have. You can give the books. They are doing this for a fundraiser to get money to support the school and in their classroom, get the supplies that they're needing. And you can do a $5 donation, a $10 donation, or a $25 donation. You can click on that link right there, and that will give you all the information on how to donate. So you all, please, ma'am, please, sir, please do that as well. I know I will definitely be going on and supporting that as well. So now back to this interview with Mr. Sar Baby and Sar Baby. So how did you come up with your first single, which is a banger? How did you come up with that?
Could have had. So I was just in a studio and my cousin was just like, just go in there and just try something. So I just sung the song straight. Like I didn't write anything to it or anything. I just sung it and I just freestyled it basically. I just
Mm-hmm.
sung from my heart, like how, from experiences. And yeah, so it was really good. I said, oh, I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep it. I might have changed like a couple words, and yeah, I was done, and that was it.
No, that's what's up. That's what's up. So you all, what I'm gonna do right now is I ain't giving y'all the whole song, but I'm gonna give y'all a little sneak peek of what could have had sounds like. Cause this song right here is bananas.
Thank you.
So y'all remember this song been out for a minute, but so we about to play a little bit of that.
Instinct. I thought that you would be the one for me. I love you, Benji. I thought that you would be the one for me. But then I noticed change. I remember when you would be so in love with me. And then you started acting different.
could have had them, but I wanted you.
Yeah. This song right here.
I could have went over there or anywhere, but I wanted you.
Make sure y'all go download that, cuz man,
Yes,
that song is a joint right there. That song is a popping right there, like for real, for real.
yes, thank you. Thank you.
Like sis, that song right there, that could go for men and women. Could have had,
Yes, yes,
but
no,
I
that's true.
wanted you.
I wanted you. Like, I could have had anybody else.
But I wanted you.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, somebody just commented. Beautiful voice.
Thank you.
Yo.
Thank you
So
so much.
another thing, y'all. Another thing, y'all. Anybody that's got any contact to American Idol, get in contact with them. Like for real. Let's get her.
You.
Like for real. This, yeah.
I appreciate
And
it.
God bless, sis. God bless. And
Blessings.
y'all, so next question for you is what's next for you? Because you already killing it as a mom, you already killing it as an author, you're already killing it as a CEO, you already killing it as a singer, all of that. Like, what's next?
So right now, I'm getting into the school districts. I'm trying to basically create a space for children to be able to express themselves through music. So right now, I'm in Tennessee. My company is working in Tennessee.
Tennessee. That is not
Yes.
far from me. Yeah, we're gonna have
Yes,
to
it's
talk.
in
We're gonna have to talk.
Chattanooga.
We're gonna have
So
to talk.
Chattanooga, Tennessee. But so yeah, I work with schools there, just to help inner city youth express themselves. High schoolers, even elementary, but high schoolers they record their music. Because that's how you learn, and they are basically children. They look at rappers and they look at entertainers, and they are guided by them. So I'm like, let's create our music, positive music. So that's what my company does. And yeah, so I'm trying to get it to other states as well, but right now we in
So let me.
Chattanooga.
I'm gonna be in contact with you because I'm gonna try to get it in Kentucky for real.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, no,
after this
for real,
message.
yes.
We will talk after this show for real. So next question for you is we not twerking, we just working. How did that come
Wings
about?
working, we just so basically in the studio, I make a certain type of music, but I was just trying to play with it. I was just playing with it.
Man,
So
and
I
that
was just playing.
okay, hold on. She said she's just playing with this, right? Y'all heard her. I'm just playing. I was just playing. Hold on. Hold
It
please.
was funny. It was fun.
Hold please.
It was like
I'm
supposed to be
just
like a
playing.
TikTok
I'm
thing.
just playing. Hold on.
ShaunaMitchell.com. All right. I need everybody to bring your mom, your aunts, your grandma. Come on. Let's go. We ain't twerking, we just working. 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 Where my ladies at, the ones that get real cute. It's Friday night, you already know what we gonna do. Throw on your heels, a little makeup, get attitude. We had a long week, so it's only right we come through. We driving to the spot, the weather feeling just right. You know me and my girls, we looking real nice. I know everybody gonna be so enticed. Y'all better get ready for a crazy night. Working, we just working. We ain't 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 working, we just working.
And she's just playing with that. Yeah, I. So not only
Yes.
is she saying she can rap too. Like what? Yeah, all right. But she's just playing though. Okay.
Yes, that was outside of comfort zone right there. I would just, it's like let's just try something different. I was like, all right, I'm gonna try to do like some sort of workout song. It's like, you can work out to it. It's like a
Yeah.
TikTok type song, something, something fun.
So, what would you say is your biggest motivation? Like your biggest motivation to do everything else you do? Who is like your
I would,
biggest dropping point?
I would say just to get out of like generational curses. So to basically elevate my family, I don't want us to be at a certain place that we have been so accustomed to for so long. So it's like if I can be something to somebody and then I could bring my family along, that's my purpose. That's what I feel like, and also just empowering people to know it don't matter where you come from, it don't matter what upbringing you got, it don't matter about none of that. You can still be somebody. So as long as I can encourage people, that's what gives me hype. Okay.
Yeah. Don't get a hypo. Don't get a hype. Don't get a hype.
Yes.
So, my next question to you would be when when did you know this is what you was called to do? Like when did you know this was your calling? This right here. Everything else you're doing right now. When did you know this is what you was gonna put your
Okay. I didn't know my calling until my daughter mad loud.
No, we can't even hear her. Don't do that. Don't do
Oh,
my niece like that. Don't do my niece like that. We can't even hear her.
yeah. Okay. So I was saying until I got saved and God poured into me and poured into me because I never thought I would be anything that I am right now. I never viewed myself as being worthy of anything. Growing up, how I grew up, being a single mom, I lacked that self motivation. I didn't believe that I could be anything but a mom. Like I'm like, okay, well, I'm nothing. I used to feel like I was nothing. Like I used to feel like I didn't have no hope. But it wasn't until God continued to pour into me, like you're this, you are awesome, like you're gonna be this, like sending prophetic words, like you're gonna be so powerful, you're gonna be this person that in entertainment, like it was spoken over me, kept being spoken over me and spoken over me, and I'm just like, at a time you're gonna start to believe it. If something keep being spoken over you, you're like, oh my gosh, like God really, like okay. So then I began to believe it for myself and I began to walk in it because if you don't believe in yourself, you're never going to be able to walk into what God really wants for you. So after God, minister, I believe, and then I began to succeed, succeed, succeed.
That's it. Cause I can honestly say I'm the same way. If you was to tell me nearly Wednesday will be 14 years, if you was to tell me 14 years ago or like 15 years ago that I would be in ministry and I would be doing what I'm doing right now, I would have looked at you like you crazy, like, man, you done
Yes,
lost your mind. No, I ain't about to be doing that. But it's like
right.
God will get you in a corner to where you ain't got no choice but to accept what He's calling you to do.
Yes, that's true.
Oh man, and He will not leave you alone until you move on it.
That's true.
Exactly. Exactly. This. Exactly. He won't.
Right. You're going to feel that in your stomach. Like,
Like you're gonna have some sleepless nights and
mm-hmm.
all that.
That's true for real.
All right. So my last and final question to you, Deshara, is number one, where can they find you at on your social media? And number two, what advice would you give to young people that are wanting to do exactly what you are doing right now, especially young women? Young
All
women that's
right.
wanting to do what you're doing right now.
Okay, so you can find me anywhere if you Google me. Google anywhere. Shot. You can just put in Deshara Bridges, put in my full name, or you can go to Instagram. I have different names on each site. I know that's weird. So different names. You can type in Shara Baby. Anything probably find me. Or also go to my website JOASM.com. That's where I have my organization things on there. I have an organization for women, people that have been through abuse and trauma, and single moms, single on that. Anything really. And also advice that I would give any young women, men, it doesn't matter, anybody that is trying to pursue their dreams or pursue anything of to anything, I would say believe in you first. Believe in you, and also begin to daily work on the mind. Okay, because everything starts in the mind. So begin to strengthen your mind and begin to get obedient and just setting certain tasks for yourself. And also, I would say keep your mouth closed, because everything I did, I always was quiet until I finished it. So be quiet, you know, shut your mouth and do the work and then talk about it, you know? So
That's
that's
real.
what I,
Do the work
just,
and then do the talking.
yes, we don't talk. We get it done and then we talk about it. We don't talk until it's done, because you're talking and you don't get it finished. So
And then
I
they
would say,
looking, and then everybody ain't really wanting you to succeed. They praying on
yeah,
your downfall.
no, that's true. You be putting stuff out and it ain't happened yet. So, you know, you got to just be quiet and just also just believe in yourself, and as well as setting certain standards for yourself, or not even setting standards, but deadlines. Like, okay, I'm gonna finish this week, write it down and get it done. Don't
Don't procrastinate.
yeah, don't procrastinate, and believe, and just believe in yourself. Like, you can do whatever your mind's set on, you can do it. Like, you don't let nobody discourage you, because if I would have listened, you know how many people that said you shouldn't write that book, you shouldn't do this play, you shouldn't do this movie, you shouldn't do that. You know how many people said I shouldn't, and you would never stop me from doing anything. You got to have a strong mind to do things. So don't
Come
ever,
on.
never listen to nobody telling you you shouldn't do something. If you got it in your heart to do it, you do it. Don't listen to nobody else. You don't need nobody else telling you what to do. So I go on for days talking about this, but yeah, that's all I'm
Dude,
saying.
see, she is hitting on some stuff, some hard stuff right there. We love her. She will definitely be back again. Look, this, like I said, she is definitely one of my sisters, and I really thank God for her daily, for everything that she does, not only for Real Talk Monday, not only for Reverend JHC3 Ministries, but for me in general. Like, I know if I need advice on something, she is only a text away, and I appreciate that. And she is one of those that is not going to judge you, but she's going to give you that hardcore advice. And don't
Yes.
ask her advice if you ain't ready to hear the truth. So, y'all, we love y'all. We thank y'all for tuning in, and we will see y'all again next week. Love y'all. Bye. Hold on one second.
Thank you for watching Real Talk Monday. We pray that you enjoyed today's episode. Please make sure to like and follow our Facebook page for further updates. Also, make sure that you listen to the podcast that drops tomorrow at midnight on all major podcast stations. You can follow us at any of our social media accounts. For Instagram, it's at Real Talk Monday. For TikTok, Real Talk Monday. For Clubhouse, you can find us at Real Talk Monday. For YouTube, it's Reverend JHG3 Ministry. And if you have any topic that you would like us to discuss, or you would like to sit down with us for an interview, email us today at a realtalkmonday1@gmail.com.